folks, welcome back to Maypole Farm, and we are up at the store because we are going to say goodbye to the red baler, the Z263, even rhymes. So last time we had some fun with this baler. I don't know if you heard my dishwasher finish them. So I'm going to repair it. Place tyres, interesting option. Not had that before because we're running the tyre wear mod. Going to sell it. There is a mod that I've not added in yet, I think. The more realism mod for more realistic vehicle stuffs. I need to add that in actually, but anyway, keep forgetting. And I've yet to do the number plates as well. Life's been so busy this week. We'll talk about that. So I think we've lost some money on selling the baler. We can check because we sold that for $7,000 and we paid, well, we brought in the sales, didn't we? So we've probably not lost a huge amount for it. We could have probably made some money anyway. Let's recheck the sales, shall we? Just in case. Nope. We are going to pick up an old favorite of mine. It's only $12,000, so it's not too big a problem. What's the difference between these? I guess age, maybe. But yeah, $12,000 for a nice square baler. We'll get some John Deere twine in there, and yep, Bosch. Buy. This is a baler I've used many times before. Not necessarily in this version of the game, but yeah. Hopefully this won't engage teleport mode. And so I did say before at the end of the last video that I might get the baling done between videos. I did not, quite obviously, because you're about to watch me do baling. Now that is for, you guessed it, two reasons. The first one is because we needed to sell the old baler and buy the new baler. The second one is things are, well, this week has been very busy at work. We're preparing some stuff to get sent out, which my side of was finished today with quite a late finish at work. Well, relatively late for me. So yeah, haven't had time really to tackle it, and I'm kind of liking the using polls to help me decide things. And so we did a quick poll to decide what to do with the baler. The answer was get rid of it, so that's what we've done. Kind of nice to have a bit of interaction. I do like, if you're a beaver fan, if you're scared of a bit of moist beaver, I get that. It's fine, not judging you. But if you are a beaver fan and you watch JC's videos, his comment about it's a let's play, not just a watch me play. I'm not always the best at that because, you know, I'm a bit of a stubborn old git, but it's quite nice to ask you guys what you think for options when there are questions. And it makes it feel a bit more interactive. So yeah. So the plan for today, and it is very much dependent on how much my little boost of energy that I've got lasts, because if you've been on Discord today, I've been whinging a lot about how hot it is. It hit 30 degrees in the office today. By office, I mean in the home office. No, I don't work for the home office, but in the office at home. And so I had quite a long day at work. I didn't get much sleep last night because of the hot weather, and I could not get my brain to switch off last night. I was up way too late and then up way too early. So yeah, it's been the case for the last few days. So not had enough sleep lately, and so we'll see. like I said, let's see if we can get... That's a firm bit of hedge. I bet the old farmer had an iron gate in there or something. Right. Bale size. Actually, we might as well go for 240s because we're probably only going to be putting this in as bedding this time around. We've only got the one dodgy round bale because the baler was pretty much full, but I just couldn't be asked to deal with it anymore, so yep. Come on, there we go. So hopefully this one has a slightly better pickup. It appears to almost straight away, so let's go. Yes, I think I've got the tire wear set on normal, but we will need to keep an eye on that. I don't think I've got the more realism mod installed yet. I need to check. I do need to check. I don't want to get that installed because it sounds like it's going to make things much more interesting to play. It may not affect everything that we use because it doesn't work with every vehicle, but we might be able to add it in. So yeah, that's better. Yes, much better. We like it. Much, much better. And obviously square bales will be much easier to deal with. Brilliant. Get up. Here we go. Come on. So I'm going to try and manually unload the bales so they're not in the way. We'll see how that works out. It may not. It might. We'll just have to see how it works out. So it's really quite nice to be focusing on the one farm. Let's play, however you want to think about it. And you know, the fact that last time I didn't get the baling finished, with how I was doing things before, that would have meant there'd have been a week before I came back to this. And in reality, in this case, it's only 2 days later. The video is probably going to be about 3 days because I'm not going to push myself to edit this tonight or the day after. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm thinking that I might mix up the format of these videos. So some of them might be the old pre-recorded gameplay where I ramble over the top. Some will be like this, and that's just going to let me make more, and more is more gooder, because I'm just, for the first time in absolutely ages, I'm really enjoying playing the game, and I want to play more, but the kind of the opportunities that I've got to play and make content are a bit more limited at the moment. If I can record, condense a video down, and then throw on some commentary, and throw on sounds much more haphazard than I actually mean, then I think that would be a good way to maybe do a bit more. So yeah, and particularly for jobs like when we get to doing the maize silage, which is going to be quite a big job. So yeah, maybe some of the bigger jobs, it would be better to tackle that way. I'm really thinking that we would benefit from Where are you? Manual gear shifting mode. And then me making sure that I have keys set for gear shifting. Vehicle, where's the gearbox section? Sure, there's a section for gearbox. Yeah. Numpad plus minus and then keypad 9, 8. So probably, yeah. Right. Let's find a gear that works for what we want. Because it seems like we are quite often hunting for a gear, and that kind of sucks because it's hampering things. So if we go for manual gear, we might be better off, and I think we are. Yeah. Instantly, things seem to be running better. Oh, that's pretty cool. We can then go in to the up-down rows. I think we might have one more short row on the other side. So, yeah, I am liking this a lot. We can maybe grab one more gear. I need to go up a group. Something like that. Something like that, maybe. Do you think then we might want to there we go. I know what I'm doing. Honest. Let's get that short run. Then we don't have to worry about where bales land ever again. Well, we will at some point, but not on this job. So, did not install yet the Mobile script mod either. What I want to do is, once we've got this field baled and the bale stacked, we'll focus on, I think only the maize field needs a bit of work. Focus on getting that done so that it's ready. And then I think we will look at contracting jobs. See if we can make a bit of cash. It would be nice if at the very least we could earn our loan payment every month. Keep ourselves cash positive. That would be good. Yeah. Overall, Baler is running much better, so that's good. Obviously, maybe not obviously. And a square bale is going to work for us really well for what we need to bale, because silage can go in the clamp, so we're going to be looking to bale straw and hay. So square bales will be fine for that. We did buy a round bale wrapper. So that's a problem. But that's a problem for future me to worry about. Just thought of that. But future me can worry about that. Day me is just happy that we are baling and not having issues. And the tractor is running so much better with manual gear changes. It reminds me a lot of Thompson Farm, FS22, and the Ford tractor that I ran on there, where I would always have to enable manual gears because similar thing, older tractor, and auto gear selection just doesn't seem to work as well with mods for some older tractors. So yeah, not complaining, just explaining, but it is now running brilliantly. So yeah, love the interior of this generation of fence. It would be nice in the future if we could upgrade it to the reverse steer for grass work. Oh, did I miss a load when I was doing that? Maybe. Fairly sure there. We will stay out of cab just to make sure that we pick all of the straw up, because we're going to need it all. So I only got, I think you get about 5 times roughly. We're going to get about 50,000 litres of straw. So yeah, not a massive problem if we run out of straw, but it would be better if we can bed the cows down, because otherwise it's going to be awful messy in the shed. Drop her down a gear. Hopefully she's not wailing too loud. The game sound is turned up a little bit high. It might be a little bit peaky. I'll grab that in the edit, hopefully, so not to worry too much. And we are storming through this job, which I really like, because we will have a bit of a crack at stacking the bales. How many have we got so far? I don't believe 2. I think it's just 2 have fallen on the ground. And I guess with the 240 centimetre, I was going to say millimetre, that would be very small bales. With the 240 centimetre bales, we're putting quite a lot in. So yeah, we're not going to get too many, which is good, because it means we don't have to do too much bale sacking. And that is always nice. I don't actually have a bale spike yet, which could be a problem. That could be a problem. And that is a problem for today, me, because I want to get these bales off of the field and into the big shed. Really weird how small the ring of death is. Kind of confused as to why that is so low. Not sure if my game settings have got screwed up. Because that is a very, very small ring of death. It's ridiculously small. One moment, viewers. One moment. Not going higher than that without going out of game. So yeah, we might have to do some out of game editing of our settings, because that ring of death is it's not good. It's not good. Anywho, let's finish up this row, shall we? And then we will jump in the little Deutz. We'll grab the bale trailer, because it's worth using the bale trailer for that massive journey that we've got to do. Yeah, that ring of death is horrible. What is going on with those settings? I'll have to investigate. Unload you. I'm not going to fart around looking for the missing 32%. Come on, let's go. I need to remember I do have to change gear. Well, occasionally anyway. Nice thing about a big beefy tractor is it probably can cope without too many gear changes. Ignore the round bale wrap up, everyone. Let's one now. Park that in this very end bay. Grab the trailer. A bit further. Oh well. Let's go. This is excessively large for the number of bales that we have, but it's the bale trailer that we have, so 4 bales in the field. Well, 5 with the random round bale. Oh, I knew that wasn't going to work. You knew that wasn't going to work, didn't you? You tried anyway. There we go. If I park up about there, I'm going to jump in the little. I'm going to buy. Where are the front loader tool? Yeah, I went for the normal connector, so I think we can just buy a normal one. Oh, I don't like the folding spikes. So I'm going to buy that. I'm going to head up to the store and get it picked up, and I'll see you back in the field. Well, we are on our way back to the farm. The bale spikes did fit. I have done a quick tweak to the graphic settings as well, so we will see if the render distance looks better. Looking across the fence, it already looks like it might be, so fingers crossed. We will see if things have improved or not, or they could be worse. Who knows? It's been a while since I've done such things. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to have to spend some time outside of recording to arse around with the game.xml file to find some settings that, wow, that's not many FPSs. Oh well, who needs FPSs anyway? Maybe doubling that number was not a good idea. Yeah. We'll have to have a play. We'll have to have a play. But I didn't just I doubled all of the numbers in the file, and that might not have been a good idea. I couldn't remember which ones were the important ones, so, you know, if in doubt, just do everything. And on a map with many trees, that's maybe not always the best idea. But See, it does look a little bit better, but not much. Almost tempted to go back and look at what I was running in previous version of the game for settings, for graphical things, because a lot of those numbers are just, well, a lot of the knobs and dials to twiddle are the same. It's definitely better, but it's still not wonderful. Anywho, let's do the job we're here to do. It's better, but it's not great, Jim. Not sure who Jim is. Maybe it's the guy who sat in the Bale tractor. Alright, let's see how we do. I'm going to drop it down into low ratio, because we don't need to be fast in the field. We want to be controlled. So let's be controlled. Wonder if we can pick up 2 bales. That would be nice. 2 would be good, Jim. 2 would be good. I think I want bloody bullseye now. By that I mean bullseye, not a bloody bullseye. That would be something very different. And we're going down a route that we're not going to go down. Let's just concentrate on loading some bales, shall we? Oh, nice. Awesome beans. That's a cross between awesome sauce and cool beans. Can you tell I've been suffering with the hot weather? Alright, let's just go slowly across the field. Avoid having to change gear. Yeah, I'm impressed with this little beast. Of course it's a Deutz. Of course it can handle all of the bales. We'll put most of this weight over the wheels, with a little bit of weight on the hitch, because, I don't know, that seems sensible to me. Next, gosh. So, another random little story for you. I had started watching more stories about watching stuff. I'm getting to a point. A YouTube streamer who streams Gran Turismo 7. I think he got recommended because of watching some of the other car-based gaming content. And he streams like 3 or 4 days a week, all day. So quite often if I stick YouTube on during the day, he's live. So he got recommended. And, you know, I'll just jump in and out of occasionally watching his stuff. And he does videos as well, and I watch some of his videos. That gave me the hankering and the urge to play some Gran Turismo again. So back in the day when I were younger, and I used to be a console gamer, PlayStation 1, 2 and 3, I had and used a lot. I played the arse out of Gran Turismo 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I loved those games. I think I've spoken about the setup I had for Gran Turismo 1 when I was at uni. I had a steering wheel, I had a reasonably good chair to sit in, and I had speakers that surrounded that chair that were hooked up to a stereo system. It was insane. You could feel the rumble strips. So had a bit of a hankering to play some Gran Turismo, but I didn't want to drop 60 quid on Gran Turismo 7, which you can get on the PS4. I've still got the PS4. I have Gran Turismo 5 for the PS3, and I still had my PS3. Got in the loft, tried to find Gran Turismo 5, found the box. Box was empty. Thought, have I left the CD in the PS3? Fired the PS3 up, CD not in there, but PS3 essentially unresponsive anyway. So whilst pondering purchasing Gran Turismo 7 on the PS4, because apparently it's still pretty good on the PS4, saw my first Gran Turismo, whatever it's called, is free on PS4. So downloaded that because it's free, played that a little bit, found the most annoying game mode ever that exists in a game, the music rally, because it has music and you can't turn it off, it would appear. But yeah, had a lot of fun playing that. So yeah, I've been pondering. I'm still pondering because I haven't had time to play as much as I would like. Well, we're in neutral, so I'm just revving the backside out of this thing. But it's got me wanting to play more Gran Turismo. And Gran Turismo 7 looks like a really cool game. And the fact that I could play it on PS4, which I have, is kind of tempting. Yeah, not for making content, just for fun. So yeah. But then I got hooked on automation, and the rest of my evenings, as they say, have been history. But yeah, I'm use your imagination, folks. Use your imagination. I also happen to have my PS1 available to me, and have played a little bit of Gran Turismo 1 again, or just Gran Turismo as it was called. Oh, it was so good. The nostalgia. Getting back in my used Toyota Supra was awesome. Yeah, it was amazing that I still had it in the loft. So lucky, and that it worked. Which was amazing when... Sorry, I just knocked the mic. Amazing considering the PS3 didn't work. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It was really cool. The nostalgia was amazing. It was so good. But equally, it was showing its age, you know. That game is a good 25 years old, I think. So yeah, and I think it's got me. I'm hoping. There's a point to this ramble. I'm really hoping that Project Motor Racing is more Gran Turismo than iRacing, because I can Gran Turismo and have a lot of fun. I can't iRace and have fun. But I guess we'll see in some amount of time. See, there was a point to the ramble. But it was more that I got massive nostalgia for the Gran Turismo family of games, and there doesn't seem to be a genuine PC equivalent. So yeah, I've realised that I've done all of this without actually taking a thumbnail, which was a little bit dumb of me. So I shall have to manufacture one of those tomorrow. That's fine, because we've had a bit of fun today. We've had a bit of fun. We need to empty the grain trailer, but we need to hang on to the combine until the soybeans are ready anyway. The last thing I'm going to go and do is remind myself of what we need to do in the cornfield. I'm not sure why we jump and run so far, but anywho, that's the soybeans. They are good enough. So yeah, I'm going to leave the pH because I just can't put lime on a crop like this. But we will do something about the nitrogen, and we have the fert spreader. So we'll just need to get some narrows on the big beastie, and we'll take the truck up to the store, get some bags of fert in the back because there's a forklift up at the store, so we can load the truck up. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, remember, click the like button. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. A quick thank you to Cavalier Roy for the awesome map that's got me excited about the game again. And yeah, see you all next time. Bye for now.